Shalom. Call halal Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai Bashim Kakwadash. Double honors to the elder apostles and elder bishops of GMS, even the elders that came before them that taught us his truth. Shalom and salutations to all the brothers out pushing the word of truth and in sincerity, the hopeful elect tabernacle of David. To the Akwat that are listening and learning, being a pillar of rest, the 144,000, one-third, the hopeful elect of Israel, and the brother Yahshua back with the World War III Daily Update. Shalom and salutations to you all. Jeremiah 49 and 20. Therefore hear the counsel of the Lord that he has taken against Edom, and his purposes that he hath proposed against the inhabitants of Teman. Surely the least of the flock, Amalek, shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitations desolate with them. So these Amalekites here, right, are embarrassed, according to Danny Haifon. Hezbollah says IDF Syria, a red alert. Let's find out what's going on, because ultimately this is going to cause everybody to be gathered in the valley of Yehoshaphat, pursuant to Joel 3 and 2. But we'll get there afterwards, Lord willing. Let's hear what Danny and Gahadi, Francis, I don't know how you say your name.
How to measure the narrative of win and lose from that part of the world.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense when it comes to the actual realities on the ground. Radi, right now, of course, Syria is on everyone's mind. And one very interesting thing that perhaps you could comment on is, from the military standpoint, what Israel and the United States, even U.S. Intel today, whatever that means, could be a bunch of different three-letter agencies, are saying that Hezbollah has been beaten back, but it is going to survive and rebuild in the long term.
Meaning, nobody's leaving the valley of Yehoshaphat, because Syria is considered located in the valley of Yehoshaphat, or Jehoshaphat, however you want to say it, as long as it's correct. Okay? The Battle of Armageddon can be in that region. Okay? Where Syria is. So keep that in mind. Continue.
And on the other hand, it appears that a big reason why Syria is now under a lot of strife from various forces.
From everybody. Why? Because everybody's going to be gathered. That's the linchpin. Okay? Everybody has to see. Vlad got it held down. Vlad is not having a problem in Eastern Europe. He's whooping ass. He's holding it down. He's in control of that situation. What he's not in control of is what's going on in Syria. Okay? Now, what's going on in Syria? The least of the flock is stirring that region up. Okay? What does this say? They're over there. What are they doing? Oh, poor me, poor me. We're throwing rocks at everybody, and now they're dropping bombs on us. You have to come and save us. Israel ain't never embarrassed. They have zero shame in their overall demonic game. Okay? It's just the truth.
That have been kind of submerged within Syria over the years, invading Syria. A big strategy, it seems, in the Western media, they're even admitting it, that it is to cut off Hezbollah and to weaken Hezbollah even further. So really, it feels like we're talking about a military situation that includes the entire axis of resistance. Where would you say, given the realities on the ground now, you have this Hezbollah victory in many instances because of their ability to beat back the ground invasion. But now you have even further attempts to weaken Hezbollah through Syria, it seems. So, well, what do you make of this, and how do you see the Lebanese resistance responding to all of this?
It's very important what she's about to say. And of course, it's one side, but it's always good to hear both sides. And I mean, first of all, you should have an idea of what's going on. So if what you think and what she says resonate, then that's what that is. If you don't agree with what's going on over there, but she's bolstering, your thoughts, then just take that in consideration. Let's see what she says.
One thing we should put out there, especially now that the guns are like silent and the bombs are relatively silent.
The reason why is because Israel's getting their ass kicked. Israel is getting embarrassed over there. But what they know that this is part of it. Their embarrassment is part of the larger picture, which is to draw America in, forcing them into the fray, forcing them to back them. It's not so much they understand they're going to be embarrassed. There's a bigger picture. They have to be embarrassed. They have to look vulnerable. Hold on, I'm being surrounded. Nigga, you started this shit. You're conducting a genocide right now. But this is part of their larger, you got to understand how this devil works, right? So this is part of it. It's the rope-a-dope, really.
Although the deterrence and the survival did happen, Hezbollah did receive many blows. And it is now in a very deciding time of its identity. It reached a point, before that war, Hezbollah reached a point of being a regional power. I used to say in interviews, and
Because wait a minute. You see, understand. Netanyahu got nukes. What do you mean you got a black eye? What do you mean Israel embarrassed? All you got to do is step it up to the next level and do some real bomb dropping because you got nukes. You could take it there, and you might. See? Can't forget about that. Shows you that it's part of their plan. They're going to step it up. But what they want to do, see, because going back to Syria, guess what? China's in it. Guess what? Uh, uh, Ivan, Vladimir Putin is in it. Russia's in it. China's in it. North Korea's in Syria. North Korea is fighting with Russia in Eastern Europe right now. Okay? They're all fighting together in Syria. You don't think so? They got the same interests over there. So that's the linchpin. Syria is the linchpin. It's going to keep everybody there. Right? They're already fighting World War III in Syria. Everybody's there fighting. Okay? That's what you got to understand. And they can't leave. The Most High's not going to let him. He got them there. Why would he let them leave?
that it is the strongest non-state or what they call militia. It's the strongest armed group in the Middle East that is not a state. Today, no, we have to reconsider that it had received blows, killing Sayyid Hassan Nasrallah.
Okay, so these people are worried about the region, right? But see something, the region is just where, here's what they don't understand. You got to understand why the region has a name, and it has the Most High's name. It's not about Arabs. This ain't about Arabs. This is about Yahweh. This is about Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua. Okay, his name is on the area where the last war is going to jump off. Joel 3. And what is he doing? He's bringing everybody there. He's gathering them. Okay, all nations. What do you mean all nations? All the armies. Okay, And his name is on the region. So it ain't for you. It's not the valley of Ishmael, right? It's about him and his people. Why this war is going down. The Most High is doing this. Joel 3:2, I will also gather all nations and bring them down into the valley of Yahweh. Yahweh. Or Yahweh is here. Yahweh. And then Shabbat is judgment. Yahweh. Right? Yahweh Shabbat. Anyway, and will plead with him there for my people. See, it's about his people. Right? And for my heritage, Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. So what do you mean I will gather? This is I will put together World War III. Right? Why? For my people and for my heritage, Israel, whom they have scattered. Because this is very, very important to Most High's people. Okay? So he's putting together this war, right? What is he doing? That's why they're in Syria. Joel 3:2 in the NLT. I will gather the armies of the world. Nobody's leaving the Middle East. Nobody's leaving Syria. Oh, we're done over there now. We're done in, we're done in Lebanon. We're done in Yemen. We're done in Gaza. We're done in the West Bank. Now we're going to Syria and keep everybody right there until we get this thing popping off. Going back to what? Where we started. Where did we start? Damn, what is this? We started with the least of the flock. Did we not? Let me see. Yep, right here. Started at the least of the flock. Keeping this shit going. Why did Lebanon just slowly disappear? Why did Gaza just, we're in a ceasefire. Why? We're in a ceasefire. What? Because we got to go and do this over here. Do you think Israel is not in Syria? You got a ceasefire right there in Lebanon, right? Shit, Israel been firing on Syria, right? Or whoever they're firing on in Syria. It's a gumbo of shit, militias and hired guns, and it's crazy. Let's go back here. Okay, so who's doing this? Well, the least of the flock is drawing them out where? Into Syria right now. Okay, let's read it. Jeremiah 49:20. Therefore hear the counsel of the Lord that he hath taken against Edom, and his purposes that he hath purposed against the inhabitants of Teman, the Edomites. Surely the least of the flock, who is Amalek, shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitations desolate with them. So, that's what it is. All right? That's what it is. And they're concerned about their region, but it ain't about your region. It's about the Most High's region with his name on it. All right? So that they're only concerned, so Ishmaelites are being attacked. Yeah. Everybody's about to be attacked. World War III shortly. So with that, we hope everybody was edified. You brothers and sisters. Shalom.